What's up, you guys? And welcome back to another episode of
Your favorite Aunties podcast. Why you say it like that?
I don't know. I just have the giggles. I'm so giddy and I'm just happy right now.
That's good.
Even though
it could have been another way.
Whew.
Before we get into that, just a couple of church announcements. A reminder for all those.
See?
Who need a reminder? A couple of things we got going on. A lot of things we have going on.
Yeah.
Definitely make sure you follow us and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are building our YouTube campus.
Yes.
And we thank you so much. Facebook campus, Instagram campus, TikTok campus.
Yes.
We are one church in many locations. But we are working on and building up that YouTube campus.
Yeah.
We ask that you go and subscribe. Definitely continue to listen on Apple and Spotify, your favorite audio.
Yeah.
Go ahead and still listen, but come and watch the visual too.
Yeah.
You need to see your aunties because we look good. And if I say so myself, we look fly.
We look good. Touch our swag.
Wish you could. And I put that on
my mama.
Oh, okay.
And I venture to say my hood.
Okay. So definitely subscribe to that YouTube. We're also going on vacation. The aunties are planning to go to Mexico in July. Go to the link in any of our bios, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Click that link tree, and one of those links is for our trip. And then before the trip, though, we still have an opportunity for you to come out and fellowship. Amen.
Yeah.
On May 3rd in Houston, Texas, we are doing our second, not our first, our second live show. It's going to be bigger and better than the first one. First one was absolutely amazing.
It was.
And if it can be better than that, it will be.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be tight, you know, because the first one, amazing.
Okay.
Hard to beat.
Yeah.
But this one we did want to get a bigger venue so we can get more of our nieces, more of our nephews, our unks, our aunties, some nanas gonna be in the house.
Okay.
Some pawpaws. Come on out. It's a family reunion, if I should say so myself.
Yeah.
It is the beginning of our tour. But in order for us to pick the rest of those cities and get the rest of those tour legs planned, we got to pack out Houston.
Yeah.
We got to see the people come out and make sure that y'all are ready for what we putting out.
It's only right.
It's only right. Come from near, far, everywhere. Buy your ticket. Make it a Houston weekend. Y'all know y'all want to come to Houston.
Yeah.
Y'all know. Make it a Houston weekend. It's a Friday night. And it's going to be so fun. We have a meet and greet option. We can kick it with the aunties for a whole hour before the show. And then we have a fun show planned. So May 3rd, link in our bio to buy those tickets. What else did I miss, friend? Oh, Patreon. We also have a new campus, y'all.
Hallelujah.
We are expanding.
Yes, we are.
You see, he adds to the number day by day.
Yeah.
And so we have started our Patreon for our special family, for our exclusive family. So join our Patreon. We're going to have bonus episodes. You get to vote on some topics. You get to ask the aunties. So going forward, when we do those Ask the Aunties, guess who gets to ask the aunties?
Patreon.
Yes, absolutely. We're going to go live in there just for our Patreon people, not the Instagram live and the TikTok live, just for Patreon.
Yeah.
So we're really building up our Patreon. We want more opportunities to connect with y'all and provide you with some exclusivity.
Yeah.
Anybody could follow us.
Yeah.
But that Patreon, that's for the fam for real.
Yeah.
So those are the church announcements. Amen. Govern yourselves accordingly.
Do you feel like that was pressure doing that?
A little bit.
Do you feel under pressure right now?
A lot of pressure. We're going to talk about one way that I handle the pressure a little bit later with Magic Mind, but let's get into the pressures of life.
Baby.
We talked about this in season 1. Was that our first episode?
It was.
Oh my gosh.
It was.
That was almost 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Almost 2 years ago. That's wild.
This has been a wild ride.
So we did want to provide an update because there are some of the same pressures. If you haven't seen that episode, there's some of the same, but then probably a little bit new. I mean, time goes on, things change, things shift. So, I mean, we still under pressure, child.
Do they change? Do they shift? That's a pressure.
Come on. Come on, sameness.
Okay.
Let's... What pressures do you feel like you may be living under right now?
Man, the pressure to be happy.
Ooh, you feel pressure to be happy,
but from myself. There are some different things that I need to make change and transform in my life in order to put me in a better space to be in a continued state of happiness. Because the joy of the Lord has been my strength to a certain degree. But there's a happiness that I would desire that I haven't felt like I've had. So I'm putting pressure on myself to be happy.
Like to change the things you need to change to be happy?
Right.
Or okay.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. You know, one big thing for me right now, I feel like the older I get, I feel more pressure to have it together financially.
Ooh, yeah.
Like, okay, friends. So this week, I opened a high yield savings account.
Just put your pinky.
High yield. Because I mean, I'm just like finding out things, and I feel the pressure to be like, okay, Nia, like, why don't you know about these things? One, and then, okay, when you do find out about them, make it happen. Because there's so many things going on in the world, and I feel like we miss out just based off of ignorance. Like we just don't know, or we don't look it up, and they are out there. Like a high yield savings account has been out there forever. Why am I just now creating one? I have like 3 savings accounts, all of them with 0.5%. If there's a high yield savings account that's even greater percent than that, why not open one and make it? But then I pressure myself for not knowing that information, then for not doing it. And then, you know, like I feel the need to like have all of my ducks in a row, which is not a bad thing, but I just feel like I do know a lot about finances, but there's also just a lot that I don't know. And trying to learn all of that, implement it, what's right for me, what's not, what should I be doing right now? It's a lot. It's a lot.
I feel like, so we're in our 30s, right?
Yeah.
But you're moving to your mid 30s.
My early mid.
Your early mid 30s. I'm moving into my mid 30s. And I really feel like now I am headed into like a different part of my life. Like I'm even more of an adult, but I feel like in my 30s, this has been my time to just kind of put away childish things, but I feel like I'm just starting life. You know what I mean? I really feel like I'm just getting in the groove of life and I'm no longer an adolescent.
That's because your frontal lobe is fully developed.
I love how you... And with that being said, it's given me a more perspective to just realize like, you know what? You're just now finding this out and it's okay. Everybody
is it okay?
It. Yeah. That's what I have to tell myself.
Because I don't feel like it is.
But I guess for you and where you are and who you are as a person, it's like, no, I should have known this. And it's like, me, I'm like, girl, you got it now. Okay? Now what you gonna do with it? Because it's like, you could have found out about it and not done anything.
True.
But you moved on it. You moved quickly.
I typically do move quickly. It's just the not knowing and accepting that it's okay not to know. Because for me, I do feel like an adult now.
Yeah.
In a different way than an adult in my 20s.
Yeah.
But I'm hard on myself for what I have not figured out yet because I feel like I should be further along. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I have in my head like this really lofty expectation of somebody in their, mid 30s, but I just feel like I should be further along.
No.
No. You don't ever feel that?
I don't want to say that I feel like I should be further along, but I just feel like I'm in a better position to make better decisions.
Okay.
So I won't say further along because my further along is different from somebody else's.
True.
So I can't measure mine up against anybody else's. Where I am in life right now, would I like to be in a different place? Yes, I would. But I'm also not fully dissatisfied with where I am.
Yeah.
Because it could have been another way.
It could still be another way. And we bless God. I am grateful, that I'm not in a certain place, but my biggest pressures of life come from myself. I am very hard on myself.
Let's unpack that.
I have very high expectations of myself. And so when I don't meet them, I'm the one like, you should have known better. You should have done better. You should have. Yeah.
Let's put a pin right there. Because don't you now when I tell you like, oh friend, I want to let you down because it's like I should have known better. I should have done it right the first time. And what do you tell me?
It's okay. Give yourself grace and all the things.
Oh,
I know, and I feel that way for other people. That's why I said like I am just really, really hard on myself.
Yeah,
I don't know why I expect such. Well, I remember a therapy session that I did a little while ago where my therapist was like, you really just kind of had the perfect storm for you to end up how you are. like the youngest child, like a naturally high achiever, like, you know, teachers pushing you, parents pushing you. Like, you just have the perfect storm to be a perfectionist. It's not necessarily like my fault, quote unquote. It's just the way things went because of all the different factors in my life.
And now you have to be the one to either dive into it even the more or be the one to disrupt it.
But I don't feel the freedom to not be who I am.
Do you feel that it has a lot to do with who you are before people? I know you said it has to do with you a lot, but do you feel like it's everybody else's perception of you?
Yes, I've always been very cognizant of the way other people view me, and I've always been put in a position of being like on a pedestal. Like, I'm always the example. Like, I've literally, of course, I mentor a young girl, so there's that. You're always kind of in the light as the person that the little girls are looking up to. And then parents have this expectation because they're like, no, I want my little girl to be underneath you. I want my little girl to, you know, so it's that. And then just family, myself, I'm just like, no, I have to be on it. I have to be on it.
Have to be.
Yeah. And then when you're in a position where you are on it, it's like you can't be off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I never get that opportunity to just be like, oh, like I literally had a therapy session today. And I told my therapist, like, I don't feel free to make mistakes. Like, everybody else gets to kind of venture through life and figure things out and make a mistake and just keep going. I don't feel like I can make a mistake and just keep going. Like, the world is over if Nia makes a mistake.
It's not. Your world is over. But
even though, be for real, even you, like, if I really just messed up, you would be like, what's wrong with you?
I would definitely make sure you're okay.
Exactly.
But it wouldn't be it wouldn't be like, it would be more like no, okay. It wouldn't be like, it would be like,
I know it would be a concern versus like a, you know,
girl.
Yeah. But still, just even that is a pressure. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I hear you. I wholeheartedly hear you. But no, I speak Nia fluently. But I hate that is how you feel, because it's like, you know that you have the room to err. You just don't want to.
I don't have the room to err.
You do.
No, I don't.
You're not running the world.
Okay. But I mean, I feel like people, not just myself, having high expectations, and I really didn't mean for this to be a therapy session. Not just myself, other people have high expectations for me, and I have a track record of meeting those expectations, and I don't feel like I can now let those people down. Like, I have a track record.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you have a reference point that is well known, but it's like, that takes away so much from your human experience.
It does. And it is a very heavy weight. I'm telling you, I just talked about this in therapy. It's a very heavy weight.
And you didn't even get a chance to really like dial into it. You had to
you know, those little 1 hour therapy sessions. I need like therapy for life.
I need like a standing daily appointment.
Okay.
Like, let me talk to somebody real quick.
Right. But yeah, that it's a lot of pressure to live under.
It is a lot of pressure. And I feel like that pressure for me is just like me growing. I feel like so many people appreciate who I am today, like in my level of maturity or my emotional maturity or my mental maturity. But it's like, in life, I feel the pressure to succeed more. Because I feel like I've grown tremendously in my mental health, my emotional health and all that, you know, but like to show things for it in like a tangible thing.
Yeah.
That's
evidence.
the evidence. Yeah. So because it's in it when I communicate with you, when I come to you and talk to you about something, or even being a sounding board for you when you have to talk through something or something like that. Like, I can be there for you in that capacity, and I feel like I fit that standard.
Yeah.
But when it comes to just different things that I can show for myself, like, this is what I've done, this is where I put the work in, this is what I have to show for it. That is where I find most of my pressure.
I agree. I definitely feel the pressure to have evidence at this point in life.
Yeah.
Like, you can talk all you want to.
Right.
And we have collected a good amount of wisdom that we're able to share here. But I also feel the need, and everybody should, to have evidence behind my wisdom.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, not only do I know this and can talk about it, but my life proves that this works.
Right.
My life proves that this is sound wisdom.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they can look at our show, for instance. We started, like you said, almost 2 years ago, and the numbers don't lie. We have an amazing community, and we can say, like, hey, when we consult with, because we do have a podcast consulting company. Okay. we do that. I'm not joking.
Yeah.
So when we go to these people and we let them know, okay, like, here, this is the price, this is what we're going to give you, whatever, we have the tools and the data to back it up. What we are doing is working. And because of that, people are able to follow and trust and know that they can work with us. But when you don't have as much evidence as you would want, like, hey, I can show you how to do something. It's like, can you? Can you show me? And you very well may know.
But I need to see.
Yeah.
Come on now. A tree is known
by its fruit.
Come on. At this big age, I need some fruit. I need some fruit in my life and in the lives of the people around me. Like,
So my pressure in life right now is a pressure to produce fruit.
That's good. To produce. But I mean, in that pressure, I totally understand it. But do you also feel like it is your job to produce in all those areas? Or are you waiting on God to, like, bring the increase?
I feel like there's a certain place. For anybody else, what's happening in my life is perfectly fine. Because my life isn't terrible. It's not bad by any means.
Right.
And this could be somebody's like, oh, hallelujah. But for me, it's not. So I could say yes to your question, but then it's like also no. So it depends on who you are as a person and what you're called to. I know that I'm called to greater, so I do have the pressure to produce, and it has to be by my hand, and then God is going to come in and provide the increase. It's just sometimes the work from my own hand, whether it be a mental issue that's stopping me from doing it, like I may be in a state of depression, and it's like I just can't find my way out to do the things that I know I can do. Because depression will handicap you.
You sure will. Paralyze you.
Yeah, And I feel like for as much as you and I have grown, even in this show, I have felt so paralyzed or so handicapped to what's going on in my life, because it's like there are things that I really do want to change, but it's just like I can't put words to what's stopping me outside of just like the fear of failure. And before I fail at something, I personally would rather not do it. I like to do things. I mean, I like to do things correctly the first time.
Right.
And I get so down on myself when I make a mistake, because I'm like, God, dog, like I don't want to seem incompetent, or I don't want to seem like I can't be trusted to do anything. And it's like, if I feel like if I'm coming out the gate with it and I can't do it to the best of my ability, I'm good. I don't want to try.
Yeah. It's definitely something that comes with a practice and a discipline, and there's a certain amount of like focus and clarity that you need. And something that I use to help me with my focus and clarity is going to be a Magic Mind.
Yeah.
We started taking these last week, and they're just these little shots. It has these really cool ingredients in it. Like, I remember I was talking to you about ingredients, and I was like, ooh, matcha, I didn't heard of that. Like, that's supposed to be good for you. Just to like help you with your stress, your energy. And so I work from home. And so sometimes I have a little bit of an issue like focusing, because you at home, you know, you want to do all the different stuff. And so I actually had started taking these, and I got so much done. Like, I was able to sit at that computer and like I got ahead at work, you know, like I was like, ooh, I am actually like zoned in and like focused. So it was really dope.
Yeah. Now I will say, when I took this, I have been more productive. No, because the other morning I got up and I texted you and I was like, guess what I'm doing? You were like, what? Baby, I'm walking.
Yeah, you did.
I walked an entire hour.
You got up that morning.
No, like got up that morning, walked the entire hour. I got so much stuff done. And I'm not, okay, look, y'all, listen. I'm not playing around. I got so many things done.
Just doing the things for
stuff I was procrastinating on. Like I went and took care of some personal things that I needed to do. Yeah. Then I took back some stuff. Then I worked on a project. I did this. And I was like, at the end of the day, I was like, dang, you go, girl.
Okay.
And I rewarded myself across crawfish. I did.
As you should.
I rewarded myself with crawfish.
Yeah, no, it's really good. I really actually, I highly recommend it. And it's just a small little, I took it in the morning. And then I'm kind of on my health kick right now. So I'm already taking like supplements and stuff. And so being able to just kind of take this alongside those in the morning and just go on about your day and then have more energy. Cause I'm a sleepy girl. I ain't gonna lie. Like I will take a nap. Y'all know me. I will take a nap. And I actually haven't taken a nap this week.
That's why you haven't taken a nap.
I haven't.
Because you had that energy boost because like you said, you're on your supplements. You know me. I started talking to you about the supplements that I'm taking. So I actually take the supplements with a little shot of it. So I'm like, okay, this works. It's so easy to incorporate it with it because you know, it just works. And it's so convenient.
Very convenient. Very convenient. So the ingredients are all natural. I love that it fits in. It doesn't like mess up my routine at all or my dietary restrictions. Like there's no extra sugar. It's not like loaded with caffeine and all that stuff that's just going to mess it up. So I love that the ingredients are all natural. And so again, the aunties highly recommend Magic Mind. And you can actually go to magicmind.com/YFA. And with that code, you're going to get 56% off your first subscription. Or if you just want to purchase one, it is going to be 20% off your one-time purchase. And that actually also works if you're already a subscriber. And you know, that's not always the case.
Right.
So if you're already a subscriber, you can still use the code and get some off of your next subscription. It's 100% money back guarantee.
I know that's right.
Come on now. So you know it works.
So if it's not working, I can get my money back. But
no questions asked.
If y'all don't believe nothing else, listen, Nia, you know me. I can be incredibly scatterbrained. Did I or did I not get some stuff done this week?
You did. No, you did. You was focused, friend. You was focused.
No, I really was. And I'm just thinking like, I'm not as foggy by the brain.
That's good.
And I'm like, that alone.
That's enough.
That's enough right there. So Magic Mind, they got a customer in me. Okay.
Okay. So again, y'all go to magicmind.com/YFA and use your code to get 56% off your first subscription or 20% off your one-time purchase.
I know that's right.
Yeah. But no, really, like you need that focus and clarity in order to get things done. And I feel like when you are living underneath those pressures, it makes it more difficult because I feel like I was telling my therapist, you get kind of like stuck in a cycle because it's like, oh, I want to do this, or I think I should do this, or I think this is what I need to do. But then you start overthinking it or overanalyzing it. And so it's just like, I get to that point where I'm like, I don't want to do nothing because I don't know.
Yeah.
You know?
And I don't want to make the wrong move when I need to make the right move. So I'm not going to move at all.
Baby, time. Can we rest right there?
Right there.
Time is of the essence.
And I don't want to waste time.
And I don't feel like it's on my side.
This ain't nationwide. Time ain't on your side.
I don't feel like it's on my side, friend.
Yeah.
I don't. And that is a huge pressure. Like all I can think of is time gone by. And my therapist was like, you need to enjoy the time that is in front of you because you do indeed have more in front than behind, but you keep thinking about what's behind. But I'm like, I don't know how to get from underneath that pressure.
But the thing about, and no tea, no shade to your therapist because she's absolutely right. But it's like the concept of time is so real and evident in my life.
Yeah,
I have no choice.
Yeah.
But
to think about it.
Think about it. It's because there are some real choices that you and I are going to have to make sooner than later about just within our own bodies, in our minds, in our careers. And and there are some radical acceptance things that we're going to have to take into account going forward. You know, and I would love for those things to change, but the reality and the time that you and I are in right now, that's not a luxury for us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we just talked earlier about those mistakes. It's like, I do feel like you have room for mistakes, but then there are certain areas it's like, no, we got to straighten up and fly right.
Right. And I know we'll probably feel the same way in our 40s and our 50s. There's always going to be something.
Yeah.
I think it's just, and we got asked this at our live show, just kind of like grieving the life that you thought that you would have and trying to move forward and creating this vision of what it looks like because you cannot change the past. I cannot go back to 22. I'm 32, going on 33. I cannot go back. And so being able to somehow process, you know, the time past, the things that did or did not happen, and then move forward with a new vision is a little bit harder than I guess I imagined it would be.
So do you see yourself moving past this perspective of time? Do you see yourself coming into like another place of just radical acceptance and just living life?
The time thing is really it's just hard for me.
Yeah.
It's just hard for me. Even with like, I was talking to a coworker, and she's just about a year older than me, but she's about to have a child. And we were talking about how, like, in our current position, we travel.
Mm-hmm.
And so typically what typically happens is people come into our position, and then once they start like settling down, they go ahead and move into a different position so that the lifestyle fits the career. You know what I mean? And so even that, I'm like, I made a year at this job. I'm looking at the rest of 24, like, okay, this is what I know I want in life. I do want to settle down. I do want to get married. I do want to have children. So now I'm like, okay, what career trajectory do I need to be going for to make sure that these pieces line up with what I want? Because I don't want to be hopping a plane when I got a 3-month-old at the house, or you know what I mean? And so how do you not, especially when you're at a place where it's like, I do want to be successful, and I want the podcast to be successful. I want all of that stuff. And also, I'm at a point where time is of the essence with having children.
Yeah.
How do you reconcile these two when you know I want to give my all to the podcast? I want it to go. I want to go on tour. I want to do all the things.
Yeah.
Also,
I want to be married, and then you want to have your family.
Make it very clear. You.
And you know what? With my husband, whoever I end up marrying, I'll give him a kid. We get an extra dog though.
But at our age, you gotta think about it. You do.
I will say here lately, it hasn't been on my mind prior to, but now, because my birthday is coming up this year, and
that birthday will get you.
Am quite literally going to be at the how do you say it? I'm going to be mid-30s, but
you're gonna be your early mid.
I'll be about to be in
my late early.
So I'll be in my early mid-30s, and it's like the idea and the concept of having a husband and then having a family. But you know me, because I've been single, I want to enjoy my marriage. I want to enjoy dating, and then I want to enjoy my marriage before I become a mother. So the pressure to just go ahead and be in a relationship is a little bit more evident in my life right now. Mm-hmm. And then when I think about the fact that, again, I'll be in my early mid-30s, it's like, okay, but I do have to think about children. I have to think about, okay, would he be okay with me freezing my eggs? And then we pick up the kid conversation when I'm 38. Is he going to be older than me? Is he going to be younger than me?
If he's older than you, he may not be okay with picking up at 38.
Right. And I'm just like, what am I supposed to do, Lord? You got me between a rock and a hard place.
Hello?
And I really, I'm just going to be, they love our vulnerability and our, okay. I don't want that. I want to be able to enjoy my marriage at least for a year before I, have a child.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, hypothetically, I am turning 34 in May, but turn 34. Okay. Let's just say we date from my birthday to December. You propose in December. Okay. That was just us dating. Mm-hmm. Then now we're picking up in 2025. Let's say we just get married in December. All right, cool. Mm-hmm. Pick up 2025. Now that's a year of being in a marriage. Then I'll be 35. Mm-hmm. Then let's switch 2026. I'll be 36. I'll be 36 years old. Being the first time mom, which is okay with me. My mom was an older mother. Mm-hmm. She didn't have me until she was 32. She had my sister at 37. So I'm okay with the idea of being an older mother. That doesn't scare me. Mm-hmm. But everybody's not like that. And I think that's another reason why I haven't felt that pressure to produce a child.
You also are okay only having one.
Yeah.
It's different when it's like, I want multiple children. So you're talking about multiple years, of which the years of the multiple are getting shorter and shorter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Unless you have twins or triplets. My God. Straight out the gate too?
No, because somebody asked us like on our live, like, does it ever concern you that you're getting older? Like, do you still want to have kids naturally? And I was like, yes, it is a concern. And other people on the outside looking in, like, I will literally be 33. Even if I get married tomorrow, I'll be 34 when I actually have the child. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then it's like, okay, I have to have the child. And then wait, how long? Have some Irish twins? Because
hello?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a lot of pressure.
It is. And I don't want to be pressure cooked anymore.
It takes I was telling my therapist, like, I feel the joy that got like sucked out of everything because of the pressure. You know what I mean? Like, things are not leisurely. You about to cry? Things are not leisurely anymore. Everything has to have purpose, strategy, time periods, like
proper planning.
Are we doing?
No, seriously, I just want to be,
and I don't feel the luxury of that anymore.
I didn't have any crying. Okay, everything is fine.
Yeah, everything is fine.
Just even sitting here having this conversation is just the reality of it. And also the pressure that you feel when you're on your cycle is crazy. Because
it's 10 times worse. The world is ending.
It is.
Every month.
And you cannot tell me otherwise. Especially, that's the reason why I'm crying right now. It's like, my body is changing.
We got to talk about it, friend. We got to do a whole episode.
About the change.
We not in that Minna or that Perry. We not in neither one of those. Not yet. But we do want to talk about just the things that happen after 30, man.
Just womanhood in general after 30.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel as though I was prepared.
No, nobody talks about it.
What it is.
I think people prepare you for like 18.
Yeah.
After that, you on your own, baby.
Ooh.
Or then, they talk about menopause or something like that. But like that in between?
No. But luckily that's why we're here. And you know what I love? I hate that our fellow aunties say this to us, but I love that our nieces get to have us as their aunties, their new age aunties. Because sometimes people like to put a negative connotation, like, don't call yourself no auntie. No, I am. I'm literally the new age auntie.
The auntie that you needed when you was like 20, 21. Yeah. Because when I was 20, 21, my aunties was what, 40-something?
Yeah.
50, pushing 50. They can't tell you the same thing that your auntie that's 30-something can tell you.
Yeah.
Baby, we a little bit far off, but we ain't that far off.
Hello? We can still go to the same place you going to.
Hello?
And show you what to do in there.
Huh?
Oh, okay.
Baby, you want them what?
Because let me know.
You are.
They like them older.
Your daddy.
Baby. Keep playing with it. Don't make me mad.
Don't play with it.
You know I got your daddy number. Think fat, meat, grain, greasy.
Fred, we got to go. But we gonna do a part 2 because I do want to get into that body issue and just a lot. It's just a lot after 30, friend.
Yeah.
We got to get into it.
Yeah. We will. Okay. This is always, our episodes are so good.
They are. They're gonna be bad.
I know. But you know what? Because of stuff like this, that's why we created a Patreon.
That's right. So if you want more, you know where to go.
Because there's a community for you on Patreon. Okay.
And with more. You want the most, not the lesser.
Top notch, get the most, not the lesser. That's what we're going to talk about on Patreon.
All right, you guys. We have got to go.
Okay. Listen, this has been another awesome, exciting, relevant, what's another word?
Authentic,
transparent.
Yes, vulnerable.
Especially when we're crying. Episode of your favorite Aunties podcast. Bye.